How's it going, guys? And welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered within the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the Mongol. If you like to farm the Mongol for yourself, you're going to want to fast travel over to Conrad's Hold on Pandora and make your way just beyond Captain Thunken's Sloth, which is where we are going to be farming the Mongol from. But just a little bit past them is a save station where you can easily reset from. Then just backtrack a little bit, Thunken Sloth will spawn, and you just have to specifically kill Sloth, as that is who drops the Mongol. The Mongol is a legendary Vladof launcher, able to roll in any of the elements and consuming 2 ammo per shot. Each shot from the Mongol launches out one large rocket, which fires out smaller rockets from itself along its flight path. The Mongol has had one buff, which was just a simple 10% weapon damage buff. So first off, the Mongol has a brief but pretty interesting history as one of the first weapons that was originally data mined around the launch of the game, that was in the files but not actually available to be dropped. And I think that this actually contributes to its unpopularity even in the current day, as this took 9 whole months of existing in the game files before being added as an actual available to drop weapon. And for the entire time of this done existing in the game, it's been really good. It only got a 10% weapon damage buff, which honestly wasn't that necessary, and I have a feeling it kind of was maybe just thrown in as a way to kind of try to push this up to the surface a little bit more. Had this been in the game for launch, or at least just from the very early days and not thrown in 9 months later, I honestly think the Mongol would be a staple weapon of Borderlands 3, especially because this has been a mainstay launcher in every other game, from BL1 to 2 to the pre-sequel to now 3. The Mongol has a hell of a lot going for it. Decent damage with unlisted projectiles, a decent fire rate, along with the ability to roll with any element that you may want. But along with that, it also has very solid single target damage, making it a very decent gun for bossing, but also very good multi-target damage, making it amazing for mobbing. All that with the only real downside being that it consumes 2 ammo per shot, but honestly, 2 ammo for the amount of damage that you can pump out with this thing is pretty damn good. That's 1 ammo less than the back burner, that's 1 ammo less than the plague bearer, and it's only 1 ammo more than the kick charger. And while yeah, it has a lower base damage than those 3, there are situations where I actually tend to prefer the Mongol over them. While I'm not saying that the Mongol is better than, you know, the big 3, it's definitely good enough that it deserves a place among the rocket launcher meta. While maybe not directly alongside them, definitely just a little below them, as this thing has some serious potential, especially when you kind of get the hang of the sweet spot of it, to really just pump out a lot of damage onto a single target or over a large area of targets. And similarly to the back burner and the plague bearer, because of how those interact with their unlisted projectiles, the Mongol again also has unlisted projectiles, making it a very good option to use with Playing Dirty, Two Fang, and the Infernal Wish, allowing you to multiply all of those extra projectiles that you are getting from it. And while it does consume 2 ammo per shot, I honestly never felt like this was that big of a downside while playing with it. I barely even thought about it, because while it does take more ammo than usual, the ammo efficiency is actually really good just because of how much you are getting for those 2 shots. And I mean, Moe's especially, with Means of Destruction and how much splash damage instances that this thing deals, you're pretty much always going to be topped off on this on her. But even with the other characters, it didn't feel like that big of a deal, because while of course they don't really have built-in ammo regen, you're still getting a lot for those 2 ammo. Especially on Zane and Flak with Two Fang and Playing Dirty, you're getting way more, but it doesn't take that many shots to do the damage that you want to do. The Mongol is damn good enough to actually compete with the best of the best in class launchers. While still being below them, it's not that much lower and can be very useful as a early option for mobbing and bossing alike, but can also work very well taking on the endgame content for whatever you may need, as it does come in every single element. It's a launcher that has survived across every single game, and for good reason. It is solid, it is fun, it is just a damn good option. And it is a damn shame that it didn't originally release within the early days of the game. But that's gonna about do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Down in the description will be a link to my Twitch channel, where I will be live right after this video goes up, and beneath that is a link to my Discord server where you can come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.